We are live.
All right, cool. All right. So we the Hebrew Israelites. All right, we come in week and week out to prophesy the downfall of America. But before we begin, we want to give all praises to Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Hashem, Yahweh
Yahweh
Shai,
Shai.
Hashem, Rakakwadash.
Dash.
Double honor to the apostles of the great millstone who taught us his truth. Honor to the brothers out there pushing his word through the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Akwak that's listening and learning. All right. So today, this week is going to be an indoor ministry because of certain things that was going down. So me and the
Hold on one
brother.
second. One
All
second.
right.
Slack it, bro.
All good.
It might be on the wrong channel. Yeah, I'm not sure why it's not showing it live right now, but just give it a little second. Okay, it's live. Slack it about that. God.
All right, cool.
I had to look it up. I'm slacking about that.
Okay. Yeah, I just got the notification on my phone too.
Yeah, went on another channel. I'm like, fuck, let me see. I'm like, sometimes I get mixed up.
Yeah.
That's my little faulty channel that I look at bullshit. I have my Sergeant Hard channel where I just look at like nothing but scriptures and news articles and shit.
Yeah.
I
It's
might
better.
look. Mhm.
Okay, cool. What's that say? 147. Okay, cool. We can start it over again real quick.
All right, we can do it. I'm still live.
All right. All right. So we the Hebrew Israelites come in week in and week out, prophesy the downfall of America. But before we begin, we want to give our praises to
So, yeah,
Yahweh,
Hour by
Shem,
Shem, Yahweh
Yahushua,
Shah, Barak.
Yahshua, Rakakwadash. And double honor to the apostles of the great millstone who taught us his truth. Honor to the elders and brothers out there pushing his word to the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Akwak that's listening and learning. All right. This week is going to be an indoor ministry because of certain things that was going on. So me and the brother linked up and we're going to go through the spirit and bring out the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. All right. And pretty much, whatever comes to mind, we're just going to bring it out, man. So one of the first things that comes to mind with me right now is the ways and the behavior of the people, man. Because there's a video that I recently just watched that was uploaded by GMS Watchman, and it was a video where pretty much it was this old man. He was in a car and he was talking about how he's been living for 65 years and he's definitely seen pretty much everything. He's seen how it was when he was a child all the way to how it is right now. And he was like, one of the main things that he said was, he was like, he ain't never seen the earth this bad. He said out of all of the decades he lived in, he never seen the earth this bad. He was like, he tweeted him out that he was like, pretty much everybody that's living in this earth, they pretty much accepting Satan ways and they're comfortable with that. And then the very next video, and then he said too, he was like, man, he's really getting tired of this. He was like, man, look, he said if God did all of that to Sodom and Gomorrah, he was like, man, he already know the judgment that he's gonna bring upon this place is gonna be 10 times worse. And he's correct on that. Then the next video that came on after that, of course, they showed all of these jakes out here, what the apostles say they call them moles. Got full blown beards with breasts, man. There's all kind of madness going on. And then, outside of the alphabet people, you just got people out here that's living any type of way, man. But the scriptures tell you that that's how it's going to be. And these scriptures tell you that this is going to be one of the signs that lets you know it's going to be the end. So you can get 2 Timothy 3:12.
Okay. Second Timothy what?
3:12.
Yeah, now my
I was
internet
in the
fucking up.
last days, man. The Most High said that people were going to have no morals. They wasn't going to follow the ways of the Bible at all. and they was gonna pretty much live how they wanted to live. And as you can see, you know, he scrolled right now, but at the top, the caption said, "Persecutions will come." All right. It said, "Or difficult times will come." Like it. It said, "Difficult times will come," and there's a good reason for that. He about to read it, so you can go ahead.
This is 2 Timothy, chapter 2, verse 3, verse 12. Yet, yea, in all that will live godly in Yahushua should suffer persecution. But evil men and seducers should wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived.
Yeah, evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived. All right, we already know that they're being deceived through the ways of this life. Esau tells you that you can be whatever you want to be, do what you want to do, live any type of way as you want to live. And they going with the flow. They like, man, you're right. I'm a free spirit. I'm a free spirit and I can do whatever I want. And if I run into somebody that tells me that I got to live some type of way, I'm going to judge you. I'm going to judge you and I'm going to let you know about yourself, even though they're accepting the ways of this world, which is evil, man. So they waxing worse and worse. And that's what the old man said in the video. He was like, look, when I was a child, there was standards. You know, you go into the house back in the 50s or whatever, you know, saying the man had respect. You don't see that no more, man. You know, you watch that show, Everybody Hates Chris. Chris Rock's father used to always be like, man, I'm going to get the big piece of chicken. I'm going to get the big piece of chicken and then everybody else get everything, you know, the rest of the food. It ain't no order in the house no more, man. And that's due with by design, all right? Esau already knew that he had to get the Israelite man out of the house.
It used to be that, or they would get the, you know, if they cooking, like for instance, you know, when I was growing up, even your mother or even your father, if it's not the first, you can't get the last bite. Okay, that person that made the food got to get the last bite, even though y'all got the same amount. That person got to get the same amount. Okay, even when you going, like if I'm going out and this brother right here, Ashiya, buy a big ass pizza or something like that for all of us, but it's up to, you know, it's up to respect for him to get the last slice. You know, that's how it goes, and vice versa. If I buy the pizza, I gotta get the last slice. That's how it used to be. But you know, I don't trip over, you know, food like that. But that's how we used to be raised in it, you know, in the so-called, you know, in this culture right there. But you know, that culture is like completely being dissolved, and it's like completely changing into this, you know, being wicked and everybody out to be for themselves and everything. That's why you got a lot of guys out here. You know, you can go on the videos where you got men out here. They not trying to deal with women like that no more. They not approaching them, and they don't. It's like they tired of the attitudes, or they start fucking with people because they about themselves. So they out the, you know, they doing some bullshit, and you had no choice. You don't want to be a part of that negative energy, so you want to distance yourself, and you just be at home all day, and you had no choice but to be alone or an introvert.
Right. Yep. Be alone or be an introvert. Yeah, you're right, because we don't want to deal with it, man. Don't want to deal with it at all, you know, because you know, and a lot of women are starting to realize that as well, because they actually making videos speaking about it. And they like, man, y'all, the men are literally getting tired of us. That's exactly what they say. They say they getting tired of us, man. And they like, man, what we gonna do about this? And that's I'll get a quick precept, and then you can continue. That's written. Hold on, let me get. I think it's the Book of Sirach. Let me see. It's Sirach 25. Yes, Sirach 25 and 18. Let me see. It's Sirach chapter 25, verse 18. Well, I'll start at 16. It says, I have rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. Then it says, the wickedness of a woman changeth her face and darkeneth her countenance like sackcloth. Her husband shall sit among his neighbors, and when he heareth it, shall sigh bitterly. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman, but the portion of a sinner fall upon her. All right. So like the brother was saying, he was like, men are distancing themselves from these wicked women now because They would rather be by themselves. They're, you know, they introverts. They would rather just deal with themselves, build themselves up, get themselves together, and just be single. I
It's
mean, Bow
all
Wow just came out with a video talking about that. He said it was an interview he just did, and they asked him, do he ever plan on finally getting a wife or anything like that? And he said, nah, he want to be single for the rest of his life because he don't want to deal with the headache. And that's exactly what it is, man. Because like the scriptures say, we'd rather deal with a lion or a dragon than to deal with these wicked ass females, man.
yeah,
Females don't understand that you're supposed to be a helpmeet towards your men. But since you're not playing your role, now you're making the whole order go off balance, man. And that's bringing chaos spiritually to a lot of people out here, man. Straight up.
yeah. People coming out here, you know, they be in MGTOW. And I think a few years ago, it was an older brother told me like, man, it's like he was telling me about sex. He ordered a sex style. Now this dude, you know, I'm not judging him. This dude's like he was, you know, he passed away recently. This dude was in his, you know, his mid 60s. Like I can't. He's an old man. I can't tell him what to do. You know, he had a wife and kids, and you know they got divorced, and he been dealing with nothing but hell with these women. He said he imagine. He said he can imagine. He can't imagine what we're going through now. You know, and then you know after he passed away, and you had these women out here. They just be, you know, these so-called modern women. They just fucking monsters. And I looked at a few weeks ago. You had these sex styles that they have online. They going up now. These niggas is not fucking around. They just like, no way, I get this sex style that I give this, you know, crazy ass bitch. And they showing it time and time again online, and it goes right to this verse. This is Micah chapter 7, verse 10. Then she that is my enemy should see it. What is she seeing? She's seeing these videos online with these guys, you know, for a couple of years now. You know, you had the Manosphere, you had the MGTOW, or you got these black pill, red pills of consonant creators, or whatever the hell it is, or you even have players that they woke up to these women, they playing the game where they fucking them and dumping their asses. Okay. See, there's my enemy. They see it, you know. You've seen with the video with you know, with Kevin Samuels, the dude passed away and everything, and you got a lot of many Kevin Samuels, you know, a nigga that got fucking making more than 6 figures and dealing with these damn hoes. You know, I've been learning about that game for a long time. When a Jake that came from the hood, from the project, and he made more than 6 figures and everything, and all these bitches that treat him like shit are rejecting him and everything, he ain't going back to them. You always see him with a white chick or some Asian woman. You know, a lot of cases they usually go to the Latin woman. The only time you see those getting men that's successful, that got money and shit like that, it's been like that woman been there from the beginning. When you live in his mama house and you went to college or whatever the fuck it is, they see it. But these women, they starting to see that shit, man. They making videos all the time while they, you know, they 30 years old and they suffering. They hitting 40, they suffering. And it's like I even know a woman that personally, yeah, she hate my guts right now, but she kind of want to come back because she's suffering as well, but she got that fucking ego. You know, bitch gonna be 40, you know, she gonna be 40 years old and everything. She see that I'm doing much better than she is doing.
Right.
You know? I'm finna read it again. Micah 7:10. Then she that's my enemy should see it. They're gonna see it. You got these like once again, you have a brother that's saying that, you know, these women, especially the nigga women, they treating their own men like shit, but when they get with a nigga that, you know, they get with some damn they get with an Edomite man, they treat him like he is a fucking king. And brothers seeing that shit and they not dealing with y'all like that. They going with the white woman, Asian woman, they going overseas, they ain't fucking with y'all like that. You know, these women complaining and shit. The more they complain, the more they gonna hear that plain sound. Well, these motherfuckers going overseas, you're gonna see them with white women or whatever. I'm gonna continue. And shame should cover her when said unto me, where's thou Lord, thy power? Like, what money you got? What you got going on? You a hypocrite. You ain't shit. My eyes should behold her. Now should she be treaded down in the mouths of the streets. That's talking about society where, you know, this inflation and shit like that. That's gonna happen. They're gonna be fucked up. The EBT is gonna be gone. A lot of that shit gonna be gone. You already having bitches complaining about these so-called migrants getting all these benefits. They ain't getting shit. They have to work their asses and everything. And after that, when this when the miles of the street, when she treaded down the miles of the streets, that's when Isaiah 4:1 gonna come to play, where they're gonna have to share a fucking man during these time of crisis.
Yep, they're gonna have to share, man, definitely. And there's a video that recently that came out too, where a woman was talking about that, and she said she's not gonna do that. She was like she's seeing all kind of women out here talking about, there's a man shortage and all of these different things are happening, and we just gonna have to come to the realization that we gonna have to share a man. And she was like, no, I'm not doing that. She was like, I don't even like sharing my food, so why would I share my man? But the thing is, there's a good point that Apostle Tahar said. He was like, man, technically, man, you can't share a man because you belong to the man. The women belong to him. All right. And the scriptures tell you about that when you get a wife, you begin a possession. So technically, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't really share at all. You just belong to that man, all of them. There's one woman, two women, 3, 4, 5, however women that man's desire, hey, you belong to him. Point blank, period.
And the way that these women are, it's like, I didn't want to cut you off. The way that these women are, when you meet a woman that truly like you and into you, she would turn herself to show that a woman like this is some game here. She would turn herself into a servant towards you. She will work her way to getting you. And she's very attracted to you. That shows that they supposed to be there to serve you, not for you to serve them. Not for you to simp and do this, that, and the third. Especially your guy that fucking hit the gym and you dress real well, and they see that masculine traits and shit. You got the muscles and you got things going on. They're gonna be very servant towards you. I ain't talking about these bitches that's saying in their car, talking about they want a hood nigga and shit. Cause those bitches, they fucking 2-time losers, and a wicked woman gave me to a wicked man, so they gave me to those dumbass niggas. They go around, do some dumb shit, they get locked up or they get killed and everything. And then when those bitches get older, that's when they want to get a man that's right. But unfortunately for them, those guys moved on. They might get a woman of another nation, or they went overseas and got married to another woman of another nation, or they went to the Philippines, got with a Filipino woman. Or they went down to South America with some Latin women, with the Latin tribe women.
Yep. That's exactly what happened, because these women not following the vibration of their husbands. Like these women want to be dominant. They want to be on top. They want to be the one that control everything. But I got a precept for you since we're talking about that. This is Genesis 3:16. It says, unto the woman, he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. You got it.
Yeah. From the beginning, man, they supposed to be serving. Now, me and this brother, we were just talking about women, before we started this live stream right here, or even doing this recording. When you have, he was talking about a brother that been hitting the gym and everything. He came across this lesbian woman. Some people is you have these women out here. They even though they lesbian into women, they still in the back in their spirit, they know they should be with a man. But when they see with a guy that's masculine and shit like that, they will turn themselves to a servant, or they'll leave their fucking lesbian partner, or even try to get you to fuck their lesbian partner to get a fucking baby. And I heard multiple stories about that. And that shit almost happened to me a couple of years back. Well, actually 2 lesbian women I know of that try to get with me. One of them put me in the fucking friend zone. She fucking hated that I moved on. Another one, she was just a straight bush lesbian. She liked the spirit that I would present with her because I was very cool, and she liked that. Deep down inside, they know that they're women. They be trying to act independent. They know in their spirit that they supposed to serve a man.
God.
You're supposed to make that man happy. But you know, Esau went there and fucked their heads up. You know, like the serpent, slippery little devil that he is. Tell him that you don't need a man. You be independent and things of that nature. And now these women out here is going around. They noticed that that was a pipe dream.
Yep. That's exactly what they're noticing, man. Exactly what they're noticing. And now they starting to understand that they need to get themselves in order and they need to start acting like women again, because that is a good point. Even though, you know, it'd be a lot of them out here that can be you know, dykes or whatever. You know, as soon as they get in front of a man, that feminine spirit immediately kicks back in. And that's funny because I just saw a video about that yesterday, where this Edomite woman actually was saying that. She was like, man, you know, when you first go on a first date with a man, you know, like the first instinct that kicks in for a woman is she wants to get all pretty, she want to get dolled up, she want to wear the nicest dress, put on the makeup and everything, because she want to give a nice first impression to the man or whatever. And then she was like, when the marriage goes on and they finally get married and everything like that, she was like, that's where the confusion kicks in, because now they feel like they need to speak up more and do this and do that. And then that brings chaos into the household, because now the woman feels like she needs to take over. But she was like, man, she was like, y'all need to remember how you was when you tried to go on that first date. It's like you need to bring that spirit over and over and over again, to the point where you just realize, like, hey, I'm the woman and I need to stay in my place. And that's another thing that, you know, a lot of people don't understand, man. They don't like to stay in their place. Women nowadays don't like to be told what to do. And that's a problem, man. But in the kingdom, it ain't gonna be like that, man. In the kingdom, hey, whatever we say, that's what's gonna go. Ain't gonna be no talking back, ain't gonna be no arguments, ain't gonna be none of that shit, man.
Because everything gonna go with the flow. And
Yep.
they gonna let the man be the man. Cause like we were just talking about, you know, before then, it's like, you know, we were talking about women that rejected us, or women that we dated that treated us like very poorly. They went after, you know, niggas that wasn't shit. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I like to call them grunts. They got the muscles and everything. They might be turned on, but when everything, you know, that's up in the, they now all the way upstairs. Now you have us, you know, we go to the gym, we work out, we try, you know, we keep in shape. Now you try to keep in shape, we keep in shape because we still fairly young. They, you
God.
know, they seeing it, you know, we building out, you know, the little savings account that we have, credit, you know, just so, you know, you build a saving account just in case something bad happened that we got, you know, for a rainy day, doing that, you know, any setbacks, they see that we building ourselves up, you know, as a productive member of this society. And they seeing it and they trying to come back. And a lot of
Yep.
times it be a little bit too late.
Yeah.
Us being, you know, we know that we is like, man, we can hold multiple women, but you know, a lot of these women out here, you know, they got a big ass ego where they don't want to be a side piece or one or 10 women that we date and dealing with. They don't want to be that. Because Esau boosts their ego, stroke their ego so much that they feel that I should put my time, I shouldn't get, I need to stop focus on my savings or whatever career you got going on for yourselves and focus on this one woman. But it's like it's 7 women that can be held with one man. Actually, more than that. It can be like 10. It can be a dozen women. It can be 20 women that can take hold of one man because the women outnumber the men in society. And the reason why we have multiple wives, you know, the most I understood this is so every woman can have a mate. But Esau punk ass, he gotta go. This motherfucker,
Yeah.
he gonna get his ass beat the shit up. We're
God.
gonna show him everything that he did wrong and how everything that he did like was counterproductive. We just it's gonna be bad for him.
Yeah. It's gonna be hard for him. Like, he definitely gonna have to pay for everything that he did on this side. And in the past, man, a lot of things he did in the past, all the way up until now, he gonna have to pay for all of that, man. I get one last scripture talking about that, then yeah, we can move on to speaking about Esau. I got Titus 2 for you. This is Titus 2:1, is as you can see right here at the top, it says, duties of the older and younger. It says, but speak thou the things which become sound doctrine, that the aged men be sober, grave, temperate, sound in faith and charity and patience. The aged women likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not giving so much wine, teachers of good things, that they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children, to be discreet, chaste, keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands, that the word of the Most High be not blasphemed. So that's plain. That's plain right there, man. This is your order. This is what you're supposed to be doing as a woman. It said to the older and the younger, and that's one of the things that's definitely missing now. You know, you don't have what they call in the world the big mamas. You ain't got them around no more, because you know the big mamas back in the day, man, they used to see their grandchildren or their own daughters out here wilding out, man. They used to put them in their place, like, hey, man, what you doing? Take that little skimpy ass dress off and put some clothes on, and or they'll put them to the side and let them know about themselves. But now you don't have that no more. You don't have people that's actually trying to lift each other up or build each other up for a better position.
God, these women out here, yeah, these older women, they kind of stay away from them because it's like I even see it with Edomite women where they seeing these teenage girls, like, man, they turning worse and worse. Like it's like I used to, it's like they would tell. I talked to a Edomite woman that's like 60 years old. This on like a gaming website. And on Discord as well, she be putting some game out there about these women, how these younger women they acting a little bit different than when she was growing up, and they were putting on game, and she would put me on some game. Like this woman up here, like it was a younger teenage woman that's in the Discord server. Now I was in this Discord server for a while, you know. I used to game. I used to play a lot of video games, but I play far less video games than I usually do. Yeah, I might play something like every blue moon. But it was this younger female that was always she always called them young women cry wolf and shit like that. Try to get this younger woman, teenage girl, try to get other men to attack a man that she don't like, and then you figure out the dude that she don't like is actually a pretty cool dude. You know, that's how much of a monster he is. Because with these little girls, they figure out the game how they can manipulate men when they're a little girl. Because they can cry, you know, they can cry shit like that. You might have some older men like, oh, what's wrong, little sweetie, and this, that, and the third. And when they get older, they use that same fucking thing where they cry to get other men to attack a man that's actually not doing nothing wrong. You know,
right?
Yeah, that shit happened to me, to a woman, but that it didn't fall in line right with her. I say that. The most had to live me from that fucking wicked ass bitch.
Yeah, that's beautiful too.
Yeah, that's suffering like a motherfucker, and that's the most sad doing it. And I hope the most sad continue to do that shit. And these women out here, I don't mean to rant, but when you start to I said something about former lovers, how y'all will hurt a man real bad, that it's gonna come to pass. The Most High gonna let the gates open where your former lover is gonna seek after your life. I think that's somewhere in Isaiah or Jeremiah. I forget. I try to look for it in the Blue Letter. For some reason, they search engine is kind of trash, but the Hebrew is on point. You know, I've been trying to find that, but I can't find it. But if you want to move on, we can move on, brother.
Yeah, I got a precept since you said that, because it's pretty much goes hand in hand with the same thing that you was talking about, how you know, the exes that they were with, you know, they're gonna find them in the day of Jacob's trouble. This is the book of Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 39, and I go to verse 28. I start at 27, and it says, all these things are for good to the godly, so to the sinners there are turned into evil. Then it says, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sword strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of them that made them. So, like the brother just said, you know, like the exes, they're gonna remember everything that these women did to them, and the Most High is gonna put that spirit of vengeance upon them. They gonna and they gonna, man, the Most High is gonna make sure that they let loose on these females when Jacob's trouble comes around, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of
now.
It's gonna be a lot of It's gonna be a lot of so-called black Ted Bundys. Okay, is you familiar with that serial killer? He was killing bitches left and right, and he was going into politics, and he was just talking. They described him as a handsome-looking Edomite guy. He was getting with these Edomite women, and like they was just on like at the first 3 seconds they give complete trust with this guy. They would get this dude a ride and everything, and this motherfucker would grab their ass up, strangle them, tie them up, rape them, and do, I got to watch that R word, but assault them and then kill them and dump their ass somewhere. But this time when Jacob Trouble come around, it's gonna be a bunch of black Ted Bundy, but they ain't gonna be discreet about it. They gonna be very upfront with it during these times.
Yeah, very upfront with it, man. Like you said, they not gonna hold back at all, because this is gonna be the time of judgment. It's gonna be the time where the Most High gonna be like, oh no, go get them, man. Tried to tell you before that you need to start changing your ways, but they didn't want to do it, man. They didn't want to do it. I got a precept for you, then you can break it down.
And the reason for that, according, I'm gonna say this before you even do that. According to 2nd Esdras 15, it's a verse in there where the power should be in thy hands. So they not gonna listen to the politicians. The cops ain't gonna be around. It's the power gonna be in their hands. They gonna have when they got a fucking gun, an AK-47, an M16, Glock 90, a .22. They got the keys to your motherfucking crib. They can do anything they fucking want. It's gonna be an open field killing. It's gonna be a free for all during that day. But you can go on.
Woo, man, it's gonna be something else. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 16, and I start at verse 31. It says, even so in those days there shall be 3 or 4 left by them that search their houses with the sword, and the earth shall be laid waste, and the fields thereof shall wax old, and her ways and all her paths shall grow full of thorns, because no man shall travel therethrough. The virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. You got it.
Yeah. It's going to be a lot of things like that automatic military service where you have these wars that's going on. You're going to be having Jake that's going over seas and shit. Like these guys that you said they ain't shit, guess what? They ain't going to be there. So they ain't going to be shit to you no more. You're going to have famine, motherfucking going to die of diseases. And you when that man died, you're going to be looking for any type of man, even though he had fucking multiple women, you're going to try to find some type of protection. So you're going to get with any man it is. Even the guy that you rejected in fucking high school, he still lied doing this. And you especially gonna try to come with the man of the Lord. Like shit, what's hope? like man, you better pray that you didn't do that motherfucker wrong, that you rejected as well. So you might want to get with that dude, but pretty soon you might have to settle with a dude that you daughtered out at one point. To like shit, got with these niggas, ran you by these niggas, and you try to get with that dude that rejected when that you rejected back in the day. He might smash a couple of times. He might be dogging your ass out through the whole process until this kingdom go down. He might treat you a little bit. He might treat you much better in the kingdom, but he still remember no fucking pain that you give, because you women out here, we the head of the household, but you can really fuck our heads up. You can attack a man emotionally. Especially cheat on him. That's why you had to. Put the death law when it go down to adultery.
Right.
Just like the Most High, us men, if we go out, the Most High gives us everything, then we up there worshiping Molech, or a God that didn't do shit for them. Most sad. Look at the one us as a woman and like, hold on, this motherfucking God ain't doing shit for you, but I'm doing everything for you. I'm gonna be pissed off. Just like with a
Yep.
woman, that I did everything, but you still want to fuck with this dude right here. They ain't doing shit. They don't got no. You got two nickels to rub against in a window. You know, not a pasta pit in in a window to draw it out. This is who you like. When Jagged Trouble come about and you come back and shit like that, oh, that dude gonna dog you out. He gonna dog the shit out of you. He might just fucking assault you on a daily basis. I say that because he can get away with. He might slap you around, keep you around. That's just a little revenge right there.
Yep.
But you got guys like that, but I don't have that spirit to do that. But you gonna have some brothers like that that's gonna be like that.
Yeah.
You got no choice but to get with that dude that you dogged out, and then he gonna be dogging your ass out through the whole process of the downfall of Babylon.
I mean, that's gonna be a humbling ass experience if something like that happens too. They're gonna have to think about that. They're gonna be like, damn, I could have avoided this whole situation if I was just been right by him from the beginning. Could have avoided that whole thing, man. But like that's where that pride kicks in, though. That's where that pride kicks in. That's where this feminism shit kicks in. And the next thing you know, they just let those wicked ass spirits take them over, and then they feel like they could walk around and they act like they shit don't stink. But hey, at the end of the day, they're gonna realize who they are. They're gonna realize who they are. They're gonna realize they're gonna need a man in that day.
Yeah, I did.
Need a man in that day, man.
Oh, you keep going. I'm sorry, brother. I don't want to try to cut you off.
Oh, it's all good.
But yeah, you're gonna be having Jake. They're gonna be very creative with dogging these women out during that time. And in fact, they're gonna, as they smash you, they're gonna bring some chick over that they're looking for a man too. They're gonna probably smash in front of your ass too. Like, yeah, bitch, you can't do nothing about that. You can't say you cheating, this, that, and the third. And guess what? If you want protection, guess what? You gonna have to stay with me, even though I'm dogging your ass out. But it's gonna be hell, man.
Yeah,
we get on a lot of scriptures on these women, but it's an important subject because Eve is the biggest downfall. The reason why we on the bottom, especially the Southern Kingdom, is because of the so-called Negro woman, or Eve.
Right.
That's the reason why we ain't to see now. You have. I remember back in the day, you had Tyler Samayo was talking about so-called Negro woman. Then you had Captain Samuel, all the way to Captain Samuel and shit like that. Now you got these multiple YouTubers that's talking about these women like they just not trying to deal with you like that.
Yeah, like at all, man. And this is going to be one of the pieces of why the Most High is going to bring, the judgment that he's getting ready to do, man, because this is just like a small portion. Like you said, we can bring out all kind of scriptures about these females, but outside of even them, like it's so much going on to the point where the Most High got to do something, and he will. He's going to do something very, very soon. I could continue with this actually, because I'll go right into it. Back in 2nd Esdras chapter 16 and verse 35, it says, "Hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of the Lord. Behold, the word of the Lord, receive it. Believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. As when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment." Yeah, because when a woman is ready to bring forth that child, she has no choice but to bring that child out to life. She can't hold it back.
Yeah.
She can't hold it back at that time.
Well, I be hearing from people, man, when they women be some of these women out here when they be having birth and shit, right? Like during that time of birth, man. I heard from a guy that when he got pregnant, he impregnated this woman, and he was holding her hand, right? And she delivered that baby. She just got an incredible strength that by delivering that baby, she broke his hand while delivering that child.
Damn.
That's crazy, man. Broke his hand, like holding his hand, like because the pain was so goddamn great that she had strength of a motherfucker that was mentioned about 200 something pounds. But like matter of fact, got fucking grip like a motherfucker. They grip just turned up, broke his goddamn hand. But he was happy that he had I don't know what type. I don't know if it was a daughter or son, but he said he was happy that kid was born. You know, he got his hand broken, but he had joy in that.
Woo! That's a wild strength that's to come out of nowhere.
Yeah, I heard from a few people like man, they wife when they was giving birth, like god damn, they had strength of a fucking strong ass man when they were giving birth. Like what the fuck? Where did this come from? Like damn.
Like, woo, man, that's crazy. That's how the end gonna be though. Like when it's time to finally bring forth that judgment, man, the Most High gonna be like, hey, look, he comparing it to when a woman got to bring forth that child. He like, man, it's gonna come out regardless. And that's why it says at the end, it says they slack not a moment. Hey, when the Most High gives that okay to them angels on the left hand side, it's gonna be over with. And then it says, verse 39, it says, even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side, If you ain't part of the elect, man, you gonna get it. That's it, point blank, period. Because even the scriptures say that men, grown ass men, swole ass 6'9", 7 foot, 300-pound men, even gonna be afraid when the Most High get ready to bring this judgment upon this place, man. So if you ain't part of the elect, man, it's a wrap for you. And and like we always say, this is only speaking to you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, because the heathen nations, y'all ain't got no part in this. Y'all gonna receive judgment anyway. Y'all can go ahead and take all the RFID chips you want. You can do whatever you want on this side. Go ahead and live it up, because you're gonna get your judgment regardless. But for you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, you got a responsibility, because you the chosen people, whether you believe or not. You know, you can't just, you got some bugged out ass Israelites that's out here that are coming to the truth, and then once they realize that they getting tired of it, they be like, I don't want to be an Israelite no more. So they go back to the world. We be like, look, this is not a thing where you just come into it like it's a program or something. Like, I don't want to be an Israelite no more. I'm straight. No, this is your bloodline, man. this is who you are.
Yeah, give me if you can give me Deuteronomy 28:15.
All right,
let's read that verse right there, and then we're gonna get on some shit, because the Most High don't give a damn about these other nations,
right,
at all.
This
he gonna put judgment on them when they put their hands on you, but other than that, he don't give a fuck about them. But go on.
This is Deuteronomy 28:15. It says, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Yeah, that's the dudes that you got. Now I'm gonna you are under the law. You the only group of people on this goddamn planet that the Most High delivered out of Egypt through Moses and was given the law. You're the only group of people. Now, if I read this, Amos chapter 3, verse 1, hear the word of the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I have brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the people of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities. When you break the law, the Most High gonna get you that. That's why you niggas always talking about some goddamn karma. The Most High always fucking you up. We transgressed so fucking much that our enemies have put us in a position where we can't keep most of these laws. You can barely keep the Sabbath because you gotta go to fucking work. That's why the Most High said we gotta rehearse the righteous act, because we only rehearsing is like you practicing. But when the curtains open up and the kingdom happens, you're gonna be performing the law. Okay. Can you give me Deuteronomy 32:8? Because the Most High don't give a damn about these other nations. Stop trying to save these people that don't give a fuck about you. And it says in Psalms that the other nations, they ain't thinking about the Most High. I wish I can find that scripture. Lord, when I find it one day, they it's the Mossad is not in these minds. Mossad look through these other nations.
Yeah, I know
They
what you're
don't give
talking
a
about.
fuck about them.
I'll get that after I read
Go
this for
ahead.
you. I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
But
Go on.
this is Deuteronomy 32:8. It says, when the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. For the Lord's portion is his people, Jacob is the lot of his inheritance.
Then we just read about that shit in Amos chapter 3, verse 1. Like the Most High, it's not dealing with these other nations. And matter of fact, Deuteronomy 7:6 it say we above all of them in his eyes. Even though we getting punished right now, we on the bottom. Only motherfucker we probably above is the Canaanites that run around butt ass naked on those goddamn islands. That's it. That's it. We below, bro. You know damn well that we on the pecking order. Like Canada is below us. They've always been below us, man. We was always high, and they always been below all the other nations, and then we down there with Canaan. Okay, running around butt ass naked, fucking around chasing elephants, and then you have this Railway tribe that's in there like on the islands of India, butt ass naked still. We call we equivalent to those motherfuckers. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. We broke the law so badly that we on the kind of on the same level as Canaan.
That's saying a lot.
On those Canaanites, bro.
That's saying a lot.
Yeah, I was just talking to that with a brother, man. Like, for real. It's the most like if we transgress more, we probably be below Canaan. Canaan probably be getting suits and ties, taking a shower. We probably, if both sides wanted us, we'd be running around butt ass naked too. And we pissed the most side off even more.
Yep. Even more, man. Even more. That's why, truthfully, we don't even deserve the kingdom. But the Most High made an oath, so he gonna make sure that he stand by what he said. But I got the other scripture you was talking about earlier. Mm-hmm. It's a Psalms chapter 10. I'll start at verse 1. And the caption, it says, a prayer for the overthrow of the wicked. It says, why standest thou afar off, O Lord? Why hidest thou thyself in times of trouble? The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in devices that they have imagined. Yeah. It says, for the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blessed the covetous, whom the Lord abhorreth. And here's the point. It says, the wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after the Most High. The Most High is not in all his thoughts. So there you go.
None of it. Yeah, it's another Christian song. I think it's in the 80th or 90th verses where it said all nations, it's like Israel's not in their minds. Even Jake that don't know that it is like they know that it's a higher power that they supposed to serve is in their spirit. They know it. This brother right here, I grew up with him. He remember when I was an atheist because I didn't believe in the Christian so-called God.
Yeah.
And, he remember when I was trying to, I was like, even though I was an atheist, I was still looking for a higher power. He remember when I was like 17, I was looking to Islam and shit like that, but I didn't bow down to that God. I knew that he knew, this brother right here, he seen the progression of me trying to look for the truth.
Fine.
And brothers was, you have certain family members that was making fun of me and things of that nature. I was still looking for that. And then, I came, 19 years old. This brother remember me when I almost had my life took in at the age of 19 by some gang member that I just randomly got jumped on. And it's like, even today, I still got a fractured skull from that.
Yeah.
And after that, I started, I discovered the Israelite videos, started writing the notes and things of that nature. Found the camp, the GMS Chicago. And then later on, I started telling this brother about it, when we was hitting the weights. And, he received it. And I told this brother right here, I ain't going to lie to you, ICR, I think you might be a part of the elect because I was really more focused on you than other people at the time.
Yeah. I'll
I'm
never
like,
forget that time.
because I was really more into teaching you more than the other brothers that was coming into it. I'm like, know what, this brother's gonna stick with this shit. That's what my spirit was telling me. But other than that, this brother right here, he just coming up with scriptures and everything. Now we got a new brother that's on the rise. He coming up with all kinds of information. But we got some disagreements here and there. But other than that, brothers is waking up.
Yeah.
We just trying to, we ain't trying to be like, prideful or anything, oh, I got the truth for you and I'm tilt this, bro. We trying to get the fuck out of here, raise the elect so we can get the fuck out of here so we can get that penny.
Right. Get that penny. Exactly. Get that penny, because that's what it's all about, man. Because it ain't about bragging or boasting. It ain't about how many scriptures you know, how many precepts you know, how many breakdowns you know, and everything like that, man. And the Most High not gonna save you because you know how to break down Revelation, the 13th chapter, all the way down to a T. Even though you're supposed to know these scriptures anyway, but He not gonna save you because of reasons like that, man. He gonna save you because of the faith that you have. Point blank, period. And there's a lot of y'all that still don't really understand that shit, man. Like, we all gonna receive the same thing. We all working for a penny. A penny is the lowest of currency. It's the lowest of currency. If you see a penny on the ground, you don't get excited for that shit.
To be honest with you, when it comes from the Lord,
Yeah,
that's gonna mean a whole lot. We
yeah,
all
yeah,
gonna get that same penny. That's gonna be valuable.
yep.
But if whatever you do with that penny, you can save that penny, or you can make more pennies. It depends on the brother personality. It's like that's how rich you gonna be.
Con.
That you just put it in a metaphor and with that scripture. But I'm gonna start breaking that shit down. I'm gonna do that on the solo, but this is more of an open forum right now. But I'm
Yeah,
definitely gonna try to put more content in this channel because this channel almost got terminated. And like I got blocked out from the channel, but I still appreciate that the channel is still here. You know,
con.
I know this. I know you recording on your channel, but my South Child channel, it haven't been getting much views like that. But I'm still happy that it is still up, and you have like I might have 1 or 2 views. I'm happy with that. When we teaching out there, but people see us. That's my views right there. I don't care about the views on YouTube.
Right. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. It's just about going out there doing the work, and the Most High sees. That's what it comes down to. And that's what the Most High sees what's going on, and He's gonna remember the good works. Like the scriptures say, you got to put up those spiritual receipts. You got to lay up those treasures that's in heaven. Once you lay up them treasures in heaven, which means you doing what's right by the Most High every single day, the Most High is gonna remember that. He's gonna remember everything that you did, and then next thing you know, Lord willing, gonna be part of the elect. And this is what I got a precept. He's talking about that. It's Colossians chapter 1. And I'll start at verse 8. It says, who also declare unto us your love in the spirit. For this cause we also, since the day we heard it, do not cease to pray for you and to desire that you might be filled with the knowledge of his will in all wisdom and spiritual understanding, that you might walk worthy of the Lord and to all pleasing, being fruitful in every good work and increasing in the knowledge of the Most High, strengthened with all might according to his glorious power, unto all patience and long suffering with joyfulness, giving thanks unto the Father, which hath made us meet to be partakers of the inheritance of the saints in light. So there it is. You're being strengthened with the spirit, man. You're being strengthened with this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, the spiritual understanding. And like he was saying earlier, all of us went through that path of what we already knew that there was a higher power out here. We just really couldn't see it at first because we was in the world. But now he came across these videos, he came across the apostles, and that brother passed that knowledge down to me. And now we out here teaching, man, and we're gonna continue to teach, Lord willing, until the end. Because it says increasing in the knowledge of the Most High. So the longer we up in here, that's the more knowledge we supposed to get. So then that way we could be better examples for the newcomers, because the scriptures speak about that. That tells you got to be a great ensemble. That's what it says, a great ensemble to the flock, man. Because at the end of the day, we doing the work of the Lord. This is like Apostle Hart said, man, we working for the King of the universe, man. So whenever you go out there, you put in this work, man, you got to put on your game face all the way, 144%. You got to be strengthened with all the might, like the scriptures say. Go out there and act like you actually a prophet. Point blank, period, man. Go out there and teach, no matter what. Well, you can go ahead.
Yeah, I don't got much to say.
But that's
But it is what it is, man. It's got to the point now that this knowledge should be common knowledge now. You know, you had these niggas out here that's talking shit and this, that, and the third. It should be common knowledge because we breaking this shit down to a fucking science. It's no way in hell. This shows you that it is really, this truth is not for everybody because we breaking it down to common knowledge that these motherfuckers still don't get it. They don't get it.
Still don't get it, man. Still don't get it. I'll bring out precepts as you said that.
Right back. But continue, brother, teaching.
Oh, okay. But yeah, this is what you're supposed to do, man. Hold on, let's see if I can find it real quick. We're gonna get let's get Mark 7. But this is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to go out there, you're supposed to continue to teach, and then you're supposed to listen. But like I said, I think it's actually Romans 9. Let me see. Oh, Salakia, 1 second. I'm gonna look it up on my phone because sometimes this search engine on here can be something else. But the Most High, the Most High spoke about that though, how 2/3 of our people, they weren't going to receive it because the Most High wanted them to not receive it. Yeah, here it is, Romans 11. We're gonna get Romans 11. This is Romans 11, and then we go to verse. We start at verse 6. It says, we start at verse 5. It says, even so, then at this present time, also there is a remnant according to the election of grace. Yeah, there's going to be a small remnant of our people that's going to make it, because just like it says in Hosea chapter 1, verse 10, it tells you that we are the sand, like the sand of the sea. There's a lot of Israelites out here. All right, there's a lot of us. But this time, the Most High is only going to save a small remnant. And even that small remnant is going to be a large and major number, because it's going to be still millions of us that's going to make it. So that just shows you how many of us it really is out here. But that's a small remnant according to the Most High. But verse 6, it says, and if by grace, then is it no more of works. Otherwise, grace is no more grace. But if it be of works, then is it no more grace. Otherwise, work is no more work. What then? Israel hath not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election hath obtained it, and the rest were blinded. So only the elect is going to understand this truth in these last days, man. Only the elect. That's it. He said, and the rest were blinded. And it says, verse 8, it says, according as it is written, the Most High hath given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear unto this day. So literally, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua put a spirit of slumber upon 2/3 of his own people. So yeah, the Most High has favorites, whether people want to believe that or not. The Most High, first of all, the Most High only cares about the nation of Israel. We already brought that out earlier. But now in these days, he has favorites even within the people of Israel, because he's only going to save a small remnant, a small portion. The Most High literally put the spirit of slumber upon a majority of our people, so they can't understand these scriptures on purpose, just for the simple fact that, the majority of our people, they wicked. They don't want to listen. They don't want to acknowledge Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. They don't want to worship the Lord. They want to worship themselves, celebrating birthdays. They want to worship Jesus, so forth and so on, So the Most High like, okay, well, since you don't want to acknowledge me, I'm going to make sure that you don't. He was like, I'm going to make sure that you do not even think about me. He said he's going to give them spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear. They're going to come across this word and they're going to ignore it. And the Most High is pleased with that. Verse 9, it says, and David said, let their table be made a snare and a trap and a stumbling block and a recompense unto them. Let their eyes be darkened that they may not see, and bow down their back always. I say then, have they stumbled that they should fall? The Most High forbid, but rather through their fall, salvation is coming to the Gentiles for to provoke them to jealousy. Now with the fall of them, the riches of the world, and the diminishing of them, the riches of the Gentiles, how much more their fullness. All right. So at the end of the day, because this is going into something else, but at the end of the day, let's like it says right here, though, verse 8, according as it is written, the Most High has given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear until this day. So the majority of our people, yeah, they not going to listen, just for the simple fact that the Most High made it to the point there where he don't want them to listen. He don't want them to listen. And that's one of the reasons why Yahushua spoke in parables. Yahushua spoke in parables because he already knew once our people heard these parables, they're going to ask him, like, what do you mean by this? And Yahushua was like, he always was breaking it down, but they didn't understand it. And he spoke like that on purpose. But just like it says right here in verse 7, it says, what then? Israel have not attained that which he seeketh for, but the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded. The elect is going to get it. They're going to hear the parables. They're going to hear the scriptures. And the Spirit is going to work with them because the Most High gave them that spirit of faith. The Most High gave them that Holy Spirit so then they can understand the scriptures and they're going to repent. And so that's why, you know, the majority of our people now, they're not going to make it on this side. They're going to have to die on this side with their enemy.
Okay.
That's what it's going to have to be, man. Can see if I can see if I can find that real quick. Yeah, let's get Matthew 13. And as you can see in the caption, it says Yahushua teaches in parables. So we're gonna go down to verse we start at verse 9. It said, who hath ears to hear, let him hear. And then the caption right here says an explanation. This is Matthew 13:10. It says, and the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables? He answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. It's not given. This is straight from the Lord's mouth. He said, yeah, I speak to them in parables because I already knew that they wasn't going to understand what I was going to be saying. He said, it's not given to them. He said, the mysteries are given unto you. And that's written in what? Amos said the mysteries are given to his servants, the prophets. So at the end of the day, he was like, look, I'm going to speak to them in parables because they're not going to get it anyway. Verse 12, it says, for whosoever hath, to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance, but whosoever hath not, from him shall be taken away, even that he hath. Therefore speak I to them in parables, because they seeing, see not, and hearing, they hear not, neither do they understand. Just like that old saying, they say, it go in one ear and out the other. Exactly what he just said right here, because it says, because they see not, and hearing, they hear not. They can walk up to us while we at camp, man. They could come up right in front of us, ask questions. We can read them the scriptures, but they still won't get it, man. Still won't get it. And it's made like that on purpose, man. Verse 14, it says, and in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah. It says Isaiah right here, but this is the prophet Isaiah. It says, which saith, by hearing you shall hear and shall not understand, and seeing you shall see and shall not perceive. For this people's heart is waxed gross, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes they have closed. Lest at any time they should see with their eyes and hear with their ears, and shall understand with their heart, and shall be converted, I shall heal them. Main word right there, converted. A lot of y'all not converted. Even a lot of y'all that's in the truth, y'all not converted, man. Y'all don't really have the spirit upon you. Y'all really don't have the full spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua upon you yet, man. Like y'all hear certain things, y'all understand that y'all Israelites, so forth and so on, But a lot of y'all still don't understand prophecy. A lot of y'all still twisting up the scriptures. There's a lot of Israelites out here that still got these dreadlocks. And we already told you, when you men with long hair, that comes with a wicked vibration, man. A lot of y'all still got dreadlocks. A lot of y'all still, I know Issachar right now that be sending me messages and shit, showing me the new tattoo of a menorah and shit. I'll be like, what the fuck is you doing? I'm like, the scriptures clearly tells you not to put marks upon your skin. And so that's what I'm like. That's why it says right here, it says, and should be converted. A lot of y'all don't got the spirit, man. And that's why y'all not being healed. That's why y'all still going through trouble. That's why the Most High still jacking y'all up. And that's why you still living in sorrow. Because you don't understand, man. But verse 16, it says, but blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. But verily I say unto you, that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which you hear, and have not heard them. There's a lot of people out here that want to be in our position, but they just can't get it, man. Y'all don't understand how thankful you are that the Most High calls you to this truth. It's so many people that want to see what we see, feel what we feel, but they can't. They can't see. They can't actually use their imagination and imagine a large UFO saving us, man. They can't imagine the Lord coming out of a chariot and he's a so-called black man. They can't imagine them receiving spiritual power. They can't imagine us actually putting these heathen nations in slavery, man. The Most High ain't put the spirit upon them to get this, man.
Yeah, I appreciate what you're talking
about. He's supposed to go in. You go ahead, Salakia.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5. Hold on 1 second. Somebody up there calling me and shit. This is on chapter 5. This Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1. Then should a righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as had afflicted him and made no count of his labor. When they see it, they should be troubled with tremendous fear and should be amazed at the strength of his salvation, for beyond, like so far beyond all that they look for, and they repent and bring it for angers of spirit to say within themselves that was he who had sometimes in derision in a proud reproach. We fools accounted his life madness and his end without honor. How is he numbered among the children of God, and how is his lots is among the saints? Therefore he had erred from the way of the truth, and the light of righteousness had not shined upon us, and the sun of righteousness rose up not upon us. We worry ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction, yet we had gone through desert where there lay no way, but as for the way of the Lord, we had not known
it. That's plain, man. That's plain. It says we wearied ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. Yeah, we have gone through deserts. When you go through a desert, you're looking for water. You're looking for relief. So you keep moving. That's what this knowledge, wisdom, understanding represents. And that's why Yahweh Shai calls this the fountain of living waters. All right. When you go through the desert, man, you in a dry place. You're looking for life. But there's nothing there. It says where they lay no way, but as for the way of the Lord, we have not known it. Yeah. Y'all never knew this truth. Y'all never knew this truth. And like I said, like he just read in verse 6, it says, therefore have we erred from the way of truth, and the light of righteousness have not shined to us. Yeah. This light, the Most High didn't shine this light into y'all, man. He didn't shine his light into y'all at all. Point blank, period. You go ahead. I see you got something else.
Yeah, this is 2 Esdras, chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest the parts of the time past, which I had told thee before. Like we were just talking about, like before we came on the stream, like right now, I made a metaphor where right now, we were talking about how long America got. It's like the Most High put a pot on the stove, with boiling water. He wanted to boil water. Now I might put the heat on right now. It might be 2 minutes. I might put my hands in the water. It's not boiling at all. It might be lukewarm. It might still be cold. And it take a little bit of while, and it starts to get to that boiling point. An hour or so, it gets to that boiling point. If we're not at that boiling point right now, but when it gets to that boiling point and it start kicking in, it's gonna start the water start to dissolve, and that's when this motherfucking gonna go down. We ain't at that boiling point, but we at that lukewarm point where it started to warm up. If that metaphor made any sense to you guys?
Con. Yep, that's what it is. Oh, I see it. Oh, you can go ahead.
All right. Verse 2, then shall thou understand that it's the very same time where the high power will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people of the earth, you had a DNC, motherfucker, you going out there rioting and protesting. That's the uproar of the people. UK, it's a lot of riots that's happening right now. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and the uproar of the people of the world, thou will understand that the Most High spoken these things from the days before thee, even from the beginning. Now, that's talking about beginning. He was talking to the elect. The elect gonna get this, man. Not no basic as Israelite. These they ain't claiming that it's like they claim they black, Latin, native, whatever the fuck it is. They ain't gonna get it. They're gonna get destroyed. For light as all that is made of the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifested. Even so, in the time also, the higher power had plain beginning in the wonders and powerful works, and ended in effects and signs.
Con. Yep. Endings and effects and signs. So the Most High definitely gave us a lot of signs to let us know that we at the end. And like he said, that was a good metaphor, with the boiling pot. Right now, we in a time where the water is getting hot, in the lukewarm state. But it's getting ready to get to the point where it's getting ready to boil, man. It's getting ready to boil and it's getting ready to flow over. All right.
About to start bubbling, man. It's at the point where it's going to start bubbling.
Yeah.
I just want to put that metaphor out there. I know your channel is getting a little bit more views than mine, so I'm glad that you record. It's like shit. I'm glad. I want to put that more info out there, so it's going to be more with your channel than mine.
Hey, as long as people gonna hear the word, man.
Time. You got more views. You got more, a little bit subscribers, but you got more subscribers. But other than that, it's good that we're doing this recording right here. It's like I don't mind that shit.
Yeah,
I'd rather be more low key than anything. I do my little stuff with doing a little live stream where I'm at the I ain't gonna say where I'm at, but with my phone, do some little lessons and everything. I'm glad that you're doing that.
It's all about helping the ministry, man. It's all about the brotherhood. That's another thing too. It's all about the brotherhood. Gotta help each other out regardless of what's going on, because brotherhood is all we got at the end of the day outside of the Most High. Without the brotherhood, man, you're going crazy if you're not around like-minded people. Because this world would definitely take you for a loop, and it gets you to the point where you'll start flipping out of nowhere just because all of this bullshit we got to deal with all the damn time. But yeah, people definitely gonna hear that, man. They gonna hear it. They gonna hear what you said, and Lord willing, people understand, man, and that's what it's gonna be. That's what it's gonna be. So, man, you want to end it with that?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I see what it is. So yeah, we can end it with that, man. So at the end of the day, hey, look, the word is out here. You know, it's getting heated up. You know, we coming into election time. Definitely keep your eyes open. You know, Most High told us to be watchmen for the house of Israel. Told us to be circumspect. So we're going to keep our eyes open. We're going to keep giving out these spiritual reports, you know, and these digital epistles, as they call them. We're going to keep uploading these videos, keep hitting the streets, and we're going to keep it moving, man. So keep praying to Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. And Lord willing, we make it, man. So Lord willing, this was edifying to the hopeful elect out there. So we want to give all praises to
Yahweh, by
B'Shem,
Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Ruach HaKodesh.
Double honor to the apostles of the great millstone who taught us this truth. Honors and to the brothers and elders out there pushing this word through the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Aqua that's listening and learning. And Yahweh Ratazah will be back out next week. Shalom.
Shalom.